Well, commiserations, Mark. One of those games where, well, plenty of chances, and on another day might have gone your way.
Yeah, it could have gone either way, I suppose. Rich, I thought I'm stood here tonight really frustrated and disappointed. We were 1-up, and okay, we should have had a penalty on young Michael, and then John Swift at the inside the post, and if one of those had gone in, you think, well, the game's over, so to speak. But I thought we went out the second half, and probably as a team our attitude wasn't right. We were sloppy in possession, sloppy in the final third, and then defensively at times maybe switching off and as individuals and hoping other people would do their job for them, and instead of maybe showing resolve as an individual to go and stop things at source, and you know what I mean, and all those little things I keep saying week in, week out, that this league and getting results in this league hinges on very, very small margins, very small percentages, and if players aren't striving to give the best with those percentages and margins, then you'll give up chances and you'll concede sloppy goals, and it's like Groundhog Day for me. Stood here tonight because we won a couple of good, 2 or 3 good performances. Bang, we fall off a cliff again and don't go and push ourselves on for the next result and the next result, and it's something that needs addressing, and we'll look at it closely, and we'll try and take the club forward.
And as a manager, I suppose in any game, especially here at home, you want to kind of control the game, especially if you're a goal up, and it looked like Middlesbrough kind of wrestled that control away. Is that fair? Yeah. Because you're looking for your players to be brave on the ball, to get it down and move the ball quickly. Things that I see every single day in training. But again, too many of my players tonight didn't produce what they produce on the training ground. And if you get, you can maybe happen with 1 or 2, you can cope with that. But when you get into 4, 5, 6 players who are in possession, you're expecting more of them, then you get results like tonight. Well, there was just one change on the team sheet going into the game. Liam Moore, you could have put him in the base of midfield, that kind of screen and roll ahead of the back four. And I guess, if he looked like he performed pretty well in there, another string to his bow, adding something different to his game, which can, only benefit the team in the long run.
Well, it was Liam's situation was that obviously we looked at Neil Warnock's teams, the way they play back to front really quickly, put centre backs under pressure, and knew we had to be basically up to that challenge. So Pele's carrying an injury with his hamstring, so I looked at it. Liam's played that position before as well. I actually thought on the night Liam did okay, sat in front of the 2 and protect them, and was maybe let down with some of the other players around him on the night. So but it's something he can do, and in the future even we'll have a look at that as well. But as I say, we've just got to make sure that the next 2 games now, we'll have a look at the injury situation, and going into tonight's game without Andy Aiden, without Ovi, without Pella, without Charlie, without Lucas Joao. So we've got a few injuries, and it's trying to get that balance of when, do you force them back in? I mean, I know Lucas Joao's training hard and well, but it's still, we've got 2 games left and then a very short break before the start of the next season, so some decisions have to be made on those players.
Yeah, I guess the first of those 2 games is next weekend, a long drive up to Blackburn. I suppose it is a different kind of test to what these last few games have been, because they're going for that kind of promotion spots, but hopefully that kind of gives the motivation to our players, and adds a little spice to the game, I suppose.
Yeah, we've keep saying, probably said it too many times, Rich, but if we get results where we've been really disappointing, I don't think we did okay enough the first half today, but second half was disappointing, then we bounced back. And the problem with the club is too many times we've had to bounce back, instead of stringing out a lot of big consistency. But no, we're prepared as well as we can for Blackburn, and again you put demands on the players to go there and get results like we've done the last 2 away games.
Yeah, even though it's a few days away, I'm sure you know plenty about Blackburn and what kind of threats they'll offer this weekend. Yeah,
it's one of my old clubs. I spent a good few happy years there as assistant manager to Mark Hughes, so it's a place that I'd like to go back and get a result.